Hey everyone, welcome to our new series where we take you behind the scenes of Maddie's World Cup season. This series will offer a raw, unfiltered look at her training sessions, highlighting the coaching strategies, learning moments, and mental game that fuel her performance, all while showcasing the technical tips and tricks we learn along the way.
Okay, so first thing we do to start a training session, we look at what we're actually doing. So today is red pointing for 75 minutes. It says on the spray wall it can be done on normal gym sets, but I'm not sure actually what the difference is between red pointing and on-sighting.
Yeah, for our purposes, we're just calling this session a red pointing session, and you can think of it as like just mini projecting. So with projecting, we're typically going to want to have a boulder that we're spending on average 3 sessions on, and we see the progression from trying individual moves to sending it. Red pointing is, think of that 3-session timeline condensed into like 3 attempts.
So we pick easier boulders?
Yeah. So it's like 3 to 4 attempts, and we want to ideally be close to sending it. And then the secondary part of red pointing, for our purposes, what we're just calling the session, is it's a little bit less intellectual. Sure, we're gonna still be talking about like what we're doing technically, but like I want to save the really tricky boulders and the really technical boulders for the comp simulation.
Because you want to test me, like mentally? And so red pointing is about actually doing stuff, and on-sighting is about like practicing the competition style, like problem solving.
Exactly. So consider,
but they are very similar, you can at least admit.
They're similar. So just consider red pointing as more like a physical training, right? And also what we have listed in your calendar is 3 to 4 reps per boulder. So what that means is
if I flash it, I'll do it again.
Yeah. So if she sends a boulder, she's going to do it like 2 more times. So this boulder we're going to try, I think, is kind of perfect for the session. This is what we were talking about, right? This blue holds boulder. Not much thinking going on here, not much problem solving. It's more about just the physical execution.
Those are a lot worse than I thought they'd be.
So I think it's fair to say, like, if you had to pick between only climbing on small holds and only climbing on big holds, you'd pick the small holds, right?
Yeah.
So, we can always count on needing to work on a boulder like this, and I think this is like just kind of a perfect boulder for red pointing. All right, so let's look at this move that you fell on. So another thing we're gonna have to be working on with Maddie for the month leading up to the World Championships is really just getting her to understand what holds are bad and what holds are good, and getting a feel for like, can I do this with that hold? That's been a common theme.
Yeah.
Anyway, what I'm kind of leading at here with this is, so this move we're falling on, let's figure out what we're supposed to do here. What do you notice between these 2 slopers?
One smaller.
One smaller. See, that's...
Is that what you're asking me actually?
No, and let me get a better angle. See, I want you to notice more than just that. Like, it doesn't really matter.
It looks better, it looks smaller, it looks like I can wrap it with my hand.
I think what you said there is quite important. The right hand looks better, right? So let's use that information to figure out how we want to do the move. I think what that means is we're going to want to be kind of leaving the left hand more, right? So we don't necessarily want to be in between the slopers, because if this sloper is better and this sloper is worse, we don't want to be distributing our center of gravity evenly. We want to be more on the better sloper, right? More of our center of gravity underneath this. So it means we need a bigger jump. That's basically all this is saying. We're kind of using logic to say, this sloper is worse, this sloper is better, I need to jump more for this one. And what we can even do as well, I think, is maybe not wrap the hold like this, because what is that going to do? It's going to keep us more on the left, which is counterintuitive to what we're trying to achieve. We can actually potentially wrap it like this. It'll help us get here and keep pushing ourselves.
Okay, I need to try it now.
Yeah. So that's kind of a long-winded explanation for kind of a key element of this move, I think. on, take jump. Oh, look at that.
What the hell, man?
Yeah, that silver looks bad too.
Just like, are 11s getting harder? Or am I actually that far behind after my rest?
I think maybe a bit of both.
Oh man, I was like actually when I did that finally huck for that second last, it was actually pretty good and I almost stuck it. I think I shouldn't have been messing around so much.
Kind of do the same kind of element to this move where you're wrapping it to kind of help push yourself where you want to go. You can do the same thing. Maybe high left foot, wrap like this rather than like this, because keep in mind, it's the same problem, right? If you're pulling on this side, you're getting yourself away from where you want to go, because this hold we're going to is better than the one we're off of, right?
I guess I was hesitant because there's no chalk on the left side, there's only chalk on the right side.
Yeah, so chalk is always a trap, a common trap we have to play around. But so let's try the same principle, right? We're going to push off the worst slope to get ourselves more underneath where we want to go. And I think this is another good thing to help stick. So I should mention, Maddie, we started this note on her phone. She has this list of like little key tips and tricks, kind of like similar to the tip of the day kind of thing, where I want her to write down something that sticks with her and is important. And I think this is a good example of something that should go on this list, because circles like these, common hold they see on the IFSC, right? Typically, like in China as well, they have these shapes all the time, these circle slopers. And I think it's really important to understand how to maneuver these circle slopers. And this boulder is a great example of.
So I think the Coles note is wrap on a side that you're going.
Yeah, so when Maddie writes in her list, I want her to write it in a way that she'll understand it. So if that's how you understand it.
Is that not how you would say it?
Well, because the principle is, if you have two slopers, that aren't built the same, they're not built equal, we want to be making sure we're getting more value from the better one. And so the wrapping to push ourselves in the direction we want to go is achieving that.
There's too many words for a bullet point.
So I'll revisit that idea with Maddie after. We'll figure out what exactly to write in her note.
I think what I said, it works, right? Like you just said it during your long.
That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. As long as you write it in a way that you'll remember the idea. Yeah. All right, so let's see if that works for the second last move anyway. Nice, come on.
Oh, no. That was no one's fault but this pink hold.
Oh, yeah?
It like dragged me down on the way up. I'm upset about that.
Yeah, that was really close.
I know,
And did that feel better?
Yes, it felt perfect.
Oh, okay, good. So
like I felt like I was almost going static up to it. It felt like I was just like straight up. That's so annoying.
So what are we gonna do? Remember what we're talking about? This needs to stick, because
what do you mean this needs to stick? The hold needs to stick, or this idea needs to stick?
The idea needs to stick. And like this is kind of one of the more important themes going forward with your training to the World Championships, is we're really trying to get her to level up mentally, and her just understanding of climbing in general, and how she can, and just technique in general, to just hit a new level, because that's the 5% extra she needs to make final. So when we come across these little kind of gems in our sessions, these takeaways need to stick, because if we're talking about this, but it just goes in one ear and out the other and she forgets about it, this is not gonna be helpful.
Well, I wish I had stuck it just here, because
we're not talking about
more that it works well.
Well, we'll try it again.
I barely even want to, because it felt so easy. I just got dragged down by
what you just said. You want to stick the move to help reaffirm it in your mind.
No, but it's already,
you just said that to me.
It's still affirmed. I think just sticking it, I'll do it again, but I'm not happy about it.
Okay, so we're gonna do it again. Let's just jog up to we'll do the top half, because that's part of red pointing as well. It's mini projecting, so we're allowed to try sections. Okay. But anyway, I want to just reiterate the point that when we come across these gems, and this is where the note taking is helpful, right? So we can revisit these ideas. We need to remember this. So let's take a second, remember this idea.
Well, we'll go through it at the end of the session.
Or we'll go through it at the end of the sessions.
These are really sticky up here because they haven't been touched very much.
Okay, so to me, based on what I saw, that was kind of night and day versus what you're doing wrong versus what you're doing right. And I want you to remember that, how that felt, you know, just knowing how to maneuver those slopers is that big of a difference, right?
Like, I do think this is my problem on the circuit. I don't have these minute changes. I just try to be like, oh, I'm strong enough. I feel like I can stick that. I'm just gonna try to stick it when I don't take the time to actually be more tactful, I guess.
All right, well then we'll write that one down on the list. Now let's go find another boulder.
With red pointing, am I allowed to have like infinite time to sequence too? Like, and I can ask you to beta before I even try attempt one?
Yeah, just like consider the session projecting mini, right? So any rules that apply to projecting also apply to this. This one's pretty hard and potentially anti-Matty style, so I think this one might be the biggest challenge of the day.
Anti-Matty style?
Anti-Matty style?
You sure?
It's got some Matty style with the crimps, but...
Well, I think pinches are becoming more... Like, it's just slopers are my anti. I think that's just it.
All right, then prove me wrong.
All right, all right.
Pinch these pinches really well.
I should have just committed to doing both. I thought I could just static over to the left. And
yeah, I think that's the right idea, is the flip. And when you're doing a double clutch flip like that, yeah, typically you can't hesitate. You need confidence, you need power.
well, again, like, I just thought I could span it.
All right, so just a quick note then while you're resting. Yeah, so you kind of said that you thought you could span it, this move, and you know, a quick, because this is another thing that we're trying to do with Matty, is you know, to recognize kind of the intended sequence a lot of the time. So just a little hint that the flip is potentially the intended sequence. I mean, first of all, there's this pinch that's kind of conveniently placed here. That's a big hint.
Wait, can I guess what it is?
Sure.
If the right start hold was more down pulling,
That
or
is a good
even
one.
side pulling, then it's 100% you can just span it.
Yep. So that's a good, that is very, very valid. That wasn't what I was gonna say, but just as good, just as valid.
Because it is angled this way, and like two side pulls isn't good.
Yep.
And I just thought, because the hold kind of slopes down into a pull down, like I'm kind of pulling down here, but it just wasn't enough.
Yeah, so you basically actually said what I wanted, what I was looking for. What I was gonna say is this hold is kind of just bad. It's not in cut, so the idea is once we get here, we have to leave it because it's bad, which means, oh, here's this pinch conveniently there. So these are all hints telling us, okay, the intention for this move is a flip, right? So now we can use these hints in a 5-on 5-off to have us try the flip instead of trying to span it.
Well, make sure you also just like almost reprimand me a little bit more here. Like, I lost my flash temp because I misjudged something, and we just have to iron that out more for
That's
World
true, but
Championships.
this session is also just red pointing. This isn't like I'm not looking for you to flash these boulders.
Okay, ready for this?
Yep, confidence, power, smack. Oh, so good. Come on.
Oh, those two were really bad.
No, no. I mean, do you think you could just do, I think you could just do what you did and stick it next
Need to
time.
be brushed.
Yeah.
I'd like to do this from the start again, because this first move's pretty chill.
All right. Nice. Come on. Come on, come on, come on.
My
Yeah.
heel. My hamstring's still injured, and it hurt to be pulling on it so much.
Yeah, well, that's fine. And remember also the kind of point of this session. This is not a performance session. We're not looking for performance. So you put some good work in on that boulder. You tried hard, you know, physical boulder. That's the point of the session. So that's good. Now we can move on, find another one. And the next boulder we're gonna be trying is this red 11 with some pinches, some crimps. I think the sequence is maybe a little bit funky on this one as well, and I was debating maybe saving this for a comp sim, but it's kind of too perfect for this red pointing session.
What makes it perfect?
It's physical style, and I think it's like a perfect difficulty as well.
Well, yeah, just give me the beta, you know, if there's a weird part.
I mean, yeah, I think there's a couple options, but I think...
Okay, so I'm gonna go, you know, left foot, crimp, what the heck? I guess, really big up right hand.
Yeah.
And then I guess I can cross over here. It feels like, I don't know, this is, maybe I could skip a whole bunch of stuff, or I'm just sequencing it improperly.
No, I like that. I have the same thought process as you. I think you can kind of overpower this boulder, and that's why I'm like, let's not do it in a comp sim.
It's weird. There's also like a million foot chips. I don't know that I want to use that or that.
Well, let's find out.
Yeah, let's find out.
Yeah, I was thinking you could do this. Maybe.
No, wait. Oh.
Okay, yeah.
These are the weirdest holds ever. They're so bad that they look okay.
That's the one, I think, with like the little lip all the way at the back of it.
See, yeah, I was just not in it. I thought it was gonna be bad all the way through. Okay, hold on a second though. So they actually want you to go right hand, so you can go left and then bump left again?
Yes, I think.
That's strange.
Yeah, maybe it's more forced than we thought. Nice.
Nope.
Yeah, so honestly, I'm looking at it and I did just think of another beta that could be interesting. We go up left hand, we go right hand.
To which one?
The right big one, right? So it's left hand grip, right hand here, left hand here, foot up to come to the crimp, and then cross.
Wasn't that though my very first attempt? I tried to go right hand up and I like biffed it.
Oh yeah, you did, didn't you? But you also didn't grab it in the good spot, right?
I didn't, no.
So this is kind of just a very like ergonomic, nice way of avoiding the piano match.
Yeah, yeah.
Because that's always something I try to look for. I hate piano matching, but...
Well, I haven't tried to piano match it. Maybe it looks really long though, I don't know. I'll keep that in mind in case it's not gonna go.
It just causes me pain, this piano match.
Would you say?
It just causes me pain.
I don't even think it's gonna be piano. I think I'm gonna take one finger off and I can fit the rest of my fingers on there.
All right.
Don't you think?
Yeah.
Okay, harder than it looks.
Nice. I think this is actually kind of cool. Come on, try it. Yep. Ah, that sequence is hilarious. Okay, try hard, commitment. Oh. Yeah, that's a big kind of committing last move, eh?
I scraped my entire everything here, and I don't want to be all, you know, blaming excuses and stuff, but once again, I got scraped up on the way up and it like pulled me back down.
Sequence is pretty cool though, eh?
It was the only way.
Pretty cool?
Feels intended.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, it's cool.
Okay, so I was just saying to Maddie, we're kind of out of physical looking 11 boulders. So we're gonna do this purple 10. The other 12s like look maybe a bit crazy, a little hard. So we'll do this purple 10, and then if she flashes the boulder and it's like too easy, we'll try to take off a hold or something. I do think this is a hard looking 10 though. Okay, Maddie, is there anything you noticed?
Efficiency.
Yeah. So, okay, what I just asked her is like, is there anything you noticed about this boulder right off the bat? And for context, we've done a couple comp simulations recently. And long story short, we're doing this experimental thing with our comp sims where I'm kind of like quizzing her during her 5 minutes to get her to think of things differently. And the first thing I like to ask her when we're approaching a boulder like this, where the theme is like lots of moves, tricky, weird sequences, is I just say right off the bat, what do you think of this boulder? And I want to train her mind to instantly see this boulder and think efficiency is going to be on my side. If I'm efficient, it's going to help me. If I have a thorough root read, it's going to help me not hum and haw and get pumped. So I want her to see a boulder like this and just immediately think these things.
Okay, so the only part I'm not sure about is we're here, and then we need to do this, and I just don't see a foot. I guess I can smear is fine. Smear is probably fine, right?
Yeah, and that's kind of why I thought this 10 looked hard.
Because of this move?
Yeah, the holds are positive.
Probably chalked up, eh?
Yeah, I guess you just have to smear really hard. I mean, I think you can just do that, smear really hard, but if you wanted to get like super funky and check it out.
Drop knee up there?
I mean, maybe you're flexible enough to do that, but for, mortals, I was thinking you could be here, right foot, toe hook, and that could allow you to just reach there. But that's my sequence of it at least.
But I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna smear. I think it's good enough.
Yeah. I think that, a common theme for us leading up to the World Champs is anytime we have a boulder like this, practice our efficiency. Don't hum and haw.
This first move looks hard. Look, there's no feet anywhere.
Yeah, it's a hard looking 10. Ooh. So yeah, for some quick context, Maddie recently had 10 days off. We just got back from a month-long trip in Europe. So right now she's struggling with getting back to training, especially this hardcore intense training. Like this month phase we're in is like spray wall, projecting. Let's break the body down, get on some strong physical boulders to get like another like boost in our fitness at this point in the season, because it's been so long since we've done that kind of training, way back in the winter. So anyway, you're struggling with the training's hard, right? She's doing this 10 and all like this, she's falling on it and feeling like I shouldn't be doing that. And
well, I feel like I'm also not trying hard enough, but maybe I am. I'm just like falling because I'm tired and my skin hurts, and I don't like this.
Yeah, so what I've been telling her is that she isn't giving herself enough room to get into this flow of training. And I think just in general, she's hard on herself is the simple way of putting it, right? And someone like me and someone like her other remote coach, Libor, have a better perspective of how she's doing. Like, is she fine? Is this normal?
So am I fine?
And this is what we were just talking about, and in this lead up to the World Championships, she's committed to, her coaches just handling it for her. As an athlete, her most important job is just focus on the boulder in front of her, focus on the climbing, doing the work, putting in the work. You don't have to worry about this other stuff. Is your training right? Are you doing well? Blah, blah, blah. We're making a commitment right now. She's gonna put 100% trust in her coaches. And so what I'm gonna say is you are fine. Falling on this boulder, falling on other boulders right now, at what I've seen, the point that we're at now, coming back from Europe, getting into this flow of training, I'm not worried at all where you are right now. You're 100% fine, and we've made the commitment that she's gonna trust the coaches.
Am I gonna try this boulder again?
Yeah, so we're almost at the end of the session. We're cutting a few of our sessions short right now, but again, that's also fine. So for the purpose of this session, I think we can finish off on this boulder. And once we start having sessions where I'm not hearing from you, my skin is really, really hurting. My arms are giving out, like I just can't. Sometimes you just can't. And when I stop hearing these things, when your body is more acclimatized to the training, then we don't have to cut the session short, et cetera, et cetera.
I hate having to say, like, to complain. I feel like a complainer,
Yeah, but
like, shouldn't I just suck it up? Like, my skin hurts, like, whatever. Like, I know I need to like keep it good for tomorrow and whatever.
Sometimes, yes. And the point that we're trying to get at here is that you're gonna trust me to make these decisions for you. As a coach, this is what's gonna happen. So it's important for you as an athlete to not worry about these things. And
so am I allowed to just keep complaining? I can just like spout off whatever I want to you?
Yes, and I'll use my discretion on whether or not to push through it or not. We were pushing through it yesterday. We were having a session on the spray wall, a red pointing session. I said, let's go a little bit longer. I think we can milk a little bit more out, and we did, right? But then we hit that wall and we just had to stop. So I will use my discretion, and you are very fortunate enough to be in this position where you have a coach with you all the time, right? So let's lean into that advantage that you have that not everyone has, and you can just take this weight off yourself and say, okay, I've made the commitment to 100% trust. I don't need to worry about these things, and I'm lucky to be able to do that.
Okay, all right. Don't say any more.
All right,
we're
good. So for this session, I think let's put 2 attempts, really try hard attempts on this boulder, and call it. And this is a common theme I've talked about in my training videos, is you just gotta scale your training session sometimes. You're not feeling 100% and you're trying a boulder or you're a little bit butthurt because you don't think you should be falling on it. You just gotta suck it up and not let the ego get in the way of the training, right?
So I think I'm just caught off guard because I didn't expect this.
Cool, and then I want you to be able to get to the point where you're not caught off guard.
Okay, well, I'm not caught off guard anymore because this happened every day since I started back.
Not in that sense.
Yeah.
In the sense of, I don't want you to care. I don't want you to think about it.
Okay,
I'll do that.
All right, I don't care.
So 2 more attempts on this boulder. Try really hard. Even if it's a 10 and you're falling, don't care, whatever. Yeah, so we fell on the cross move.
Because it's actually the twisted thumb grip that I'm using.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But it's hard because you have to lean back on it.
So twisted thumb grip on this pinch, right?
Yeah.
And it's a little bit of a stretched out move. So what does that say? I think body tension is important on the right leg. So focus on activating that core, toeing in really hard. And just try hard. That's all I want from you. Nice. Very cool. Whoa. Good stuff.
That was hard. And I guess you were right. So,
yeah, I wonder if that is the intention.
I think
that
it
looked
is.
Really nice.
I think it is.
Yeah.
Felt perfect. And also I ditched the thumb, I just crimped this. I gotta rely on our strengths when we're feeling weak.
So, yeah, I mean, you don't have to worry about this stuff. This is just some context maybe for viewers who are struggling with this themselves. Maddie was just in a situation where the session is daunting. She's got more to go and she's at this boulder and she's not trying. She feels like she's not trying hard enough, she's falling. And then as soon as I say to her, 2 more attempts and we're done. We see what happens, right? She is able to try really hard. And what that means is deep down, you're feeling like I can't do this. I can't finish this, right? And sometimes you just need to listen to that. And as soon as you take that weight off, and it's like, okay, you just have 2 more attempts, and we see what happens. And sometimes I intentionally want to cut a session short to even just get some more try hard out of you, to get some more valued attempts, rather than a bunch of fluff. For 20 more minutes of fluff versus that attempt, sometimes this is more valuable, But anyway, this is just kind of, I'm thinking about these things. And
well, it's good for me to know that you're
exactly.
This is what's going into what
that's why I'm telling you this. And if you're someone who's struggling with this kind of thing, maybe you say, I want to do an hour-long session of training today, and you're 30 minutes in, and it's like, oh, you're just putting bad attempts on. Ask yourself deep down, do I just need to cut this session short? And then maybe if I say, I'll just climb for 10 more minutes, then you put some really good quality into that 10 minutes. That can be more valuable for you. So, yeah. Maddie, you're lucky enough and fortunate enough to have a coach with you all the time, and you can just use that tool. So I hope this kind of video was enjoyable. This is our first crack at it. I think it's going to be really interesting to just showcase all the work that goes in behind the scenes, the try hard and the mental effort that it's going to take and that we both have to put in to get Maddie that extra just 5% she needs to make finals, hopefully at the World Championships. And then speaking of the coaching that we're doing, we have a clinic that is taking place in a workshop taking place in Ontario. That should be about a week from now, the time this video is coming out.
July 24th in Burlington, Ontario. So if you're in the area, sign up for that. It's for youth climbers, and you can see the link in the description.
See you next time.